Did they really put that in the game? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 most f***ed up quests in RPGs.
A rogue VI program has seized control, and I've lost a lot of friends today. I'd hate to see you join them.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're only looking at the quests from role-playing games which make you question the game, its world, and your own morals. Be warned, there are spoilers ahead.
Your target's name is Vittoria Vici. She oversees the East Empire Company's business holdings in Solitude.
Number 10, strictly business. Fallout 3.
Nobody's allowed into Paradise Falls except on slaver business. And I get to decide what qualifies as slaver business.
Slavers are a huge problem in the Capital Wasteland, and if you're doing an evil karma run, you can become part of that problem. Entry into the slavers' main base, Paradise Falls, is barred unless you either cough up a hefty number of caps or take on this unpleasant quest.
Be careful with that collar. It'll explode if you tinker with it. Tell the slave to boot it over here pronto or his head'll pop.
The Lone Wanderer is set out equipped with mesmetron and bomb collars to recruit a few unwilling slaves for a ticket into the complex. Being forced to capture these NPCs is something many players will feel uncomfortable doing and would much rather take the harder, good karma approach of just killing all the slavers rather than doing their bidding.
A slave? I don't remember being a slave. Which way is that again?
Number 9, Love Hurts. Fable 2.
How would you like to assist in this century's most important scientific experiment?
The game takes on a Frankenstein vibe with this questline, in which the player is asked to collect body parts for Victor, the creepy gravekeeper, who lives in Bowerstone Cemetery. The gravekeeper's ultimate aim is to resurrect the cold-hearted mayor, Lady Grey, a villain from the previous game.
I've been in love with Lady Grey for so many years. Ever since I found a picture of her.
Upon bringing her into the folds of the undead, the player can undertake an even more dastardly action. The Gravekeeper reanimates her with a love spell, which makes her fall for the first person she sees, giving you the ability to not only bring her back to life, but also steal her from the Gravekeeper and marry her yourself. Well, if that's what you're into.
You are the only one I could ever love. We shall be so happy.
No!
Number 8, Side with the Killer. Persona 4 Golden.
Me? Kill Mayumi Yamano in Saki Konishi? What's this about? Are you serious?
After investing dozens of hours into Persona 4, it's a bit of a slap in the face for lots of players that you can choose to betray all of your friends and instead side with Adachi, protecting his identity as Inaba's real serial killer.
So if I'm the real killer, and you're with me, then that makes you my partner in crime. Isn't that right?
If you're close enough to Adachi, you're given the option of visiting him on your last day in town and revealing that you know the truth. And then you can choose to take his side. He offers you vital evidence and convinces you to destroy it. If you do, you're now under his thumb, and if you don't do what he says, he'll arrest you for tampering with evidence. Crikey.
You know, it was overdue quick.
Number 7, Bound Until Death. The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim.
Motier, you naughty, naughty boy. Hiring the Dark Brotherhood to help you rise beyond your station. Delicious.
The Dark Brotherhood is a plentiful source of evil quests to occupy yourself with, and one of the most standout of these is when the Dragonborn is sent to assassinate Vittoria Vici during her own wedding.
What an amazing day this has been. I hope you've been enjoying the festivities. I'm just so overwhelmed.
The only purpose of this mission is to spread fear throughout Skyrim, and you receive bonus gold if you take her out during the wedding speech. There's a myriad of ways offered to you to do this. You can simply shoot or stab her, or be a bit more inventive by pushing a loose gargoyle down onto her head, or drugging the groom and getting him to kill her.
Someone
Never should have come here. That takes care of that.
Number 6, shoot this guy in the face. Borderlands 2.
In the face! Not so complex! Need it! Want it!
It's not unusual to be playing an RPG and stumble across somebody who desperately needs your help. That's the way most quests begin, but Face McShooty will make you think twice about being a good Samaritan and lending a struggling stranger a hand. Mainly because Face McShooty is begging you to shoot him right in the face and kill him.
Gimme! At the sound of the bell, it will be face shooting o'clock!
However, considering killing Pandora's many psychos is what you've been doing the whole game, you may not be too conflicted about putting him out of his misery.
Thank you!
Number 5, a bounty for the hunter. Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines.
She and her sister Jeanette, they run the asylum. Some freaky customers frequent that place. I try not to do business there.
While tracking down missing bounty hunter Carson for Arthur Kilpatrick, the player stumbles across one of the most grisly discoveries this already macabre game has to offer. And it turns out that Carson is being harassed by Stan Gimbel, who wants models to help him build prosthetics. Predictably, you agree to help him, but discover that these prosthetics are far from artificial. They're the stolen limbs of people who fell for Gimbel's tricks, repurposed and sold for profit. You find a basement full of makeshift operating equipment, severed body parts, and a whole lot of blood. Grim.
I'm telling you, I've been on some weird cases, but this one takes the cake.
Number 4, Pickman Gallery. Fallout 4.
You're gonna wish you were never born, Pickman!
One of Fallout 4's creepiest locations, the disturbing Pickman Gallery, is full of horrifying paintings done in the blood of various raiders, all of whom met a nasty end at the hands of psychotic artist Pickman. A maze of tunnels underneath will eventually lead you to the man himself, who rewards you with a rare weapon if you help him out in combat.
Thank you. Those people deserved worse than death.
The quest's screwed up nature can be attributed to one short story by H.P. Lovecraft, Pickman's Model, about a mad painter whose subjects are nightmarish cosmic monsters. Pickman himself is tormented by these creatures and eventually disappears completely.
If you visit my house again, look deep within my painting, Picnic for Stanley, and you will find my gratitude.
Number 3, Overlord, Mass Effect 2.
This is Project Overlord, an attempt to gain influence over the Geth by interfacing a human mind with a VI.
The man versus machine theme of the Mass Effect series had one of the most defining moments in the Overlord DLC for the second installment. In it, Shepard discovers that the rogue Overlord virtual intelligence that they've been battling is not a VI at all, but rather David Archer, the autistic brother of Cerberus's chief scientist.
Quiet. Please, make it stop.
A math genius, David is wired into the machines after it's discovered he has the unique ability to communicate with the Geth. However, this is all against his will. When Shepard finds David, he is a suffering prisoner of his brother's merciless ambition, desperate to escape.
It all seemed harmless. Square root of 912.04.
Number 2, All That Remains, Dragon Age 2.
Where's your mother? Is she feeling all right?
I'm sure she's all right.
A serial killer stalks the streets of Kirkwall, leaving a bouquet of white lilies as his calling card at the homes of his next victims. When Hawk's mother, Leandra, receives lilies and goes missing, the game continues its descent into heartbreak and chaos for the champion. Leandra has been kidnapped and killed, and parts of her body are used in one insane blood mage's attempts to recreate his dead bride. In the ensuing battle, Hawk is forced to kill the mage, which in turn means Leandra dies for a second time in her child's arms. The worst part of all is there's absolutely no way to avoid this fate. She will die no matter what.
You've always made me so proud.
Number 1, Family Matters, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
You're free to believe whatever you wish, but she was always the apple of my eye.
She had the run of the place, ask anyone.
No stranger to dark storylines, the Witcher series has many different moments which will leave players questioning what they've just played. But not even Geralt being tricked into thinking he's just thrown Ulrich's infant offspring into a furnace is quite as grotesque as the Bloody Baron's questline.
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into f***ing what?
Through a long investigation, Geralt eventually discovers that the Baron's wife and daughter fled after he attacked them in a drunken rage, resulting in the accidental murder of the unborn child his wife was carrying.
Merciful gods!
The child returns as a grotesque botchling, which must be laid to rest. It's a tragedy that will give anyone nightmares.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.